Alright, I made a fatal error in my last video when discussing that part about globalism. I went back after I uploaded it, I went and watched it to see if there was anything, I'd messed up on, and if there was, I'd do a part 2, and there was. Because I mentioned globalism in a certain part in that video, and I said that it would not work because of human greed and narcissism, this innate human nature. And I was horribly wrong because globalism wouldn't work anyway. And this is your video about globalism that I said I wouldn't make in that video because I said I didn't deserve it, and then I thought about it, and I thought about how I had screwed up when I said that, and how I wasn't thinking. And that's what it took. It took thinking that I wasn't giving it. It took another extra 5 seconds of thought to decide that it needed a part, not a part 2, but you needed a part 2 in a way, because it's on the same topic. It's not. I'm not talking about human nature though in this one. I'm talking about human culture in a way, and so that's exactly what globalism won't work. When you look at a globalism, what do you see? It's this ideology. It's this utopian ideology that was developed by Americans and European. It was a joint effort between Americans and the British and some other European nations, and right after World War II. The idea behind it was that you could, the world could pretty well join together under one nation sort of thing. Over time, it'd be this plan that over time you could join all nations together, and you could have. This is the end goal. This is not what was done in the 40s, obviously, but it's the end goal of the whole thing. They wanted to get to a point eventually where you'd have one central currency worldwide, one flag, one culture and all this stuff, and people would just sort of be united. But they failed to realize evolution of human culture. They didn't think about it. It totally slipped their minds. And why globalism won't work is essentially just that, Okay, try and take the culture of India and make that work with America. If you tried to take, because the idea behind it was, behind globalism, is that you would take something like secular American culture and try to project that onto the entire world. But the thing is, that's impossible. A globalism of any kind. Like if the Indians decided it would be a good idea to go globalist and sort of project their way into the entire world, it could not be done. Because not everybody wants to be a Hindu. Not everybody wants to live in a state where Hinduism is the state-sponsored religion. And not everybody wants to live in that sort of culture anyway. People have their own cultural identity, their own ancestry, their own traditions, and they take pride in that. And when you try to take that away from them and forcefully change that it leads to problems, obviously. If somebody came over here to my house and said, because I'm a cousins, I'm in the cousins family, it's actually not pronounced cousins, it's cousins, it's French. And I got a lot of French heritage. So if you tried to come up to me and like impress some sort of Japanese crap on me, I'd be like, dude, not happening. I'd march off into the hills or something. Aspartame. But no, you can't impress your ways upon others forcefully. It's not going to happen, because of sort of what I talked about in that last video. People have their own ego, they have their own mind. They want to think for themselves and do for themselves. But it has negative side effects as well, as I said in that last video, where then it overflows, and it becomes not just that they want to think for themselves, but they want to think for you too, and you think like them or you suck, sort of thing. And that's where the human narcissism comes into play. And another thing I messed up on was and it was the only other thing in my buddy down in the comments, he brought it to my attention and said, hey, that not all ideologies are inherently bad because of that. He said there are things that work with humanity. There are things that how did he word it? How did he word it? I gotta remember this. Yeah, he said there are some systems that are inherently true, that just work. that are good despite, you know, human nature or whatever it is. Just, and he's right about that. I left that off. But what I was mainly talking about in that last video is how systems that we're trying to apply today don't work. Like, capitalism in its purest form does work. If you strip out all the bureaucracy, you strip out all the trash, all the crap, you know, if you go back to a 100% free market where you can straight up buy machine guns, you can buy anything you want to other than slaves. So, then you have this really deregulated system. That was capitalism when it was first created, and that was like the shit. It was utopian in a way. It was the only utopian ideology or it is the only utopian ideology that anybody's ever dreamed up. And when I say I'm a technocrat, I'm just talking about putting an extra layer of, you know, ideology on top of that ideology. I'm not talking. It's not a whole economic system. It's just a way of thinking. You know, it's like a moral system in a way. You know, my morality. I don't think that we. I think it would be I think it'd be downright disgraceful to not advance our own technology and stuff like that. We've come this far. We might as well keep on trucking. So. That's pretty much what a technocrat is. When I say I'm a technocrat and I say it's never been tried, it hasn't been tried. There's never been a nation that's put its technological development forward over everything else and made that the first priority, except for we do it to an extent within the military, but it's not our first priority. It's not what we focus on the most, because if it was, we'd be on Mars right now. But anyway, he brought the point to mind and said that there were systems that just worked, and like I just said, it's capitalism is one of them in its most deregulated form. But there is another one too, and I can't seem to think of it right now. But whatever, it doesn't matter where I can think of it. Right? You get the point. You get his point. So, and it's my point too. I meant to bring that up in my last video, and I forgot to put that in there. But there's all kinds of systems that have worked throughout history. But it seems to be that the bad ones always prevail. It seems to be that the shit always prevails for some odd reason. And honestly, I think that goes right back to what I said in the last video about human nature, where you have some dude who's power hungry, he wants to oppress everyone else and do unto others as you would not, what was it? Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Okay, well, he was going to do unto others as he would not have them do unto him. He was going to do a bunch of crap to them, right? And this guy's going to rise to power because he's intelligent, and then he's going to do what he wants to do, kind of like Adolf Hitler. Rose to power, oppressed everyone, screwed everything up, you know? And so that's essentially what prevails in mankind for some reason. You have these people, you have these systems where it's run by some a-hole who runs you over, and it's all because of it's human narcissism is what drove that man to take power, and it's human greed that drives the people not to fight back, that makes them just want to sit around and do nothing, because it's like, well, you know, I could get off my ass and do something to help. But this situation isn't affecting me any, and to be honest, I don't care. It's not affecting me, it ain't affecting my buddy over there. Oh, it's affecting you? I don't know you, I don't care. So long as it's not affecting me, it doesn't matter. And that's the problem. That whole mentality is the problem. And that's what I was talking about in my last video, was that mentality, and how it ties into human nature. And I left a few pieces out for time constraints' sake, because I can only record up to about 17 minutes, you know. And it was for time constraint reasons, you know. Not only, I wouldn't want to record really past 17 minutes anyway, because normally, you know, I find in myself, I only like to watch videos that I start to get bored around 15, 16 minutes anyway. Unless it's like something really, really interesting. So I can only imagine sitting there listening to me talk, you know. I can only imagine you sitting there watching my video, you probably get bored around 13 minutes or something, or maybe 10 minutes. So I definitely wouldn't want to go with the 20-minute range because nobody would watch my videos. But, you know, I had to make this part too. At first I was debating on it because I had something else a bit more important that I wanted to talk about first. And I was like, well, I don't know, I probably need to go back and correct the things that I said in that other video. because, like I say, for time constraint reasons, I either left these things out or had to try and shorten them down and give you a simplified description of them, and I ended up sounding like I was saying the opposite of what I really wanted to say and get across to you. Because of that, and I said, well, shit, part 2 time. But I got one coming up after this. I want to do a video about that, the whole, what was the deal there? Jesus, the whole entire thing just left my mind. You'll see when I get it uploaded, though. You'll see. Oh yeah, it was another political video I wanted to talk about. I can't remember. Honest to God, I can't remember. It slipped my mind again. So, because I just woke up and got in the shower and got out, so I'm still like groggy a little bit. But yeah, this will take a little while to upload. When it gets uploaded, though, you'll see what I'm talking about, because I'll film the other one and upload it, and you'll see what I'm talking about when I say a political video about such and such topic, of which I can't fucking remember right now. But I'll look it up. I got it in my notes, so it was there. So got a notebook sitting over there that I keep various ideas written in from videos. So I'll go back, look at that, and we'll see about making a part 2. We'll see about making a video about that. And then oh, I had some people wanting to. I had some people asking me about my singing video. They wanted to see another video about the Kurt Cobain Scream. I got an explanation as to why I have not been doing that. I utterly forgot, because I did the video so long ago, and I really didn't think about doing another one. I mean, I know how I had part 1 out next to it, so I thought about doing another one, but for a couple days after that video, my allergies were messed up. And I just sort of, I can't sing when my allergies are messed up, because I don't have a runny nose, I have a drainage down my throat problem, so, you know. But, I can't really sing good. You know, when you got all that phlegm in your throat, it's kind of hard to sing. And, that's why. So for a couple days, I didn't really make a part 2, and it just sort of slipped my mind. And then like, as of yesterday, or as of a couple days ago, I had a guy ask me, the Shade dude, he's like one of my first subscribers, so you're cool, man. But he said, hey man, when you gonna make a part 2 to that? And I told him, oh, I might make one tonight. And then I had one of those. What I didn't expect is that night I was gonna get an allergy attack, pretty much. They were so bad, my nose was bleeding. So that's why I didn't upload it that night. And yeah, I mean, I'll do one in a couple days, but I just gotta wait for my head to clear up, you know. And I've also got more important topics too than that as well that I like to cover too, like political stuff, philosophy and stuff. I just sort of prioritize it over singing videos anyway. But I do enjoy doing those videos as well too. I enjoy doing that. I enjoyed that tutorial thing, and I had another one up, if you remember, that I took down because the quality was just shot to hell. And in that other video, I did like Chris Cornell too. So I did have a second part up. I forgot about that. But it was I took it down because it was just so bad. So, but if you look, I had uploaded that part 2 about a month or 2 months after the first one. So I did forget about it for a while. I just remembered though the part 2 was made and I took it down. So yeah, I mean, I'll redo the part 2. I just gotta find a good time to do it when my allergies aren't bothering me, and when I'm not in the middle of doing something else. So, just be expecting it. I'm not gonna forget it again. I got it written down in my notebook, by the way. So, it'll be coming over the next couple days. It's just that there's other things I need to talk about too, and other things I need to film. So, yeah. And I forgot to mention this in the beginning of the video. That sucks because I'm not supposed to forget to mention this, but. You can find the links to my social media pages in the description, and also I think I'm going to use PayPal for that donation stuff right now. I mean, if you want to leave me a donation, I'm going to use PayPal for that, because Subscribestar, my account's still under review. So yeah, I think I'm going to do that. So I won't have a link to it in this video probably, but in my next one I will. So yeah. Anyway, I'm going to quit playing with this jump drive. I'm going to shut my big pie hole, and I'm going to get this uploaded so I can do another one. So, yeah. See you dudes later, and have a good one.